right, what's up guys? Joey McKernan here with the Equip Show, and we are excited to highlight nonprofits, tell nonprofit stories. As you guys know, everything Equip is everything nonprofit, and I am excited because I get to interview my friend here, JP, John Paul from BFF.
Yep.
How you doing today, man?
I'm doing great. It's my birthday. So
it is his birthday. Big 21.
Yeah, you here to hear first, you know.
And man, great to have you here.
Yeah, happy to be here.
Hopefully this is a great birthday for you.
It's going to be wonderful, yes.
Good. Tell us a little bit about BFF. Okay, so I came across your website on Share Omaha.
Okay.
That's how we learned about you guys. And I'm like, man, this is a really cool cause.
Yeah.
I mean, this is awesome. You guys are doing really unique work in Omaha. Tell us a little bit about BFF. Tell us the history, the story of kind of how it started.
Yeah, absolutely. So BFF Omaha, many might recognize us from our original name, Benson First Friday.
Okay.
So we started in 2012 as Benson First Friday, which was a First Friday art walk.
Not best friends forever.
We are
Kind
best
of.
friends forever
Okay.
at the end of the day, honestly. But it was actually started by two friends, Alex Jockum and JD Hardy.
Okay.
They were just a couple of friends in Benson who, along with just other groups of volunteers, decided we should do something in our community. So they decided to host a First Friday Art Walk. So they activated window spaces. They took over, properties that were abandoned and kind of just like sitting there, and decided to, host pop-up art shows.
Okay.
And from that first Friday in June 2012, it's been going every month since then.
Okay. And what do you guys do now? Like, what's your main program look like?
Well, it can all be kind of summarized within our mission. So our mission is to build community through arts engagement. So we do that through a variety of programming, with First Friday being, we'd like to call it our bread and butter. It's where like all of our programs culminate into this monthly gathering for the community.
Okay.
So yeah, we still host First Friday Art Walks in the Benson Creative District, as well as managing studios, artist studios, gallery spaces, education, sustainability program. We just do a lot of different fun things just to try to get the community involved with the arts.
Yeah. And is this your full-time gig?
This is my full-time gig, yes.
Wow. And how many staff are at BFF?
We are comprised of 3 full-time staff.
Okay.
We have a large part-time staff crew
Sure.
that manages a lot of the day-to-day functions,
Sure.
and we have a large volunteer base that helps us out with all of our programs.
Tell me how the arts are so important for community development. That's a broad question.
That is a very broad question. Well, the arts provide connection,
Yeah.
so like going back to our mission of building community through arts engagement, community comes first. If we didn't have the people that were in the community who were making the art, who were enjoying the art, we wouldn't have community. And we just see art as that vehicle to kind of get people to come together. Our value is, our belief statement is that we believe that everyone has the right to create, experience, and cultivate the arts within our communities. And so whatever we can do to kind of keep pushing that idea forward, that the arts is for everyone, that's what we like to do. That's what keeps us going day in and day out.
It's awesome, man.
Yeah.
Tell me about you. So you started there how long ago?
Well, I started just as a patron. And back in 2012, Benson was the place to be.
Okay.
So just like in my early 20s, just kind of really seeing this wonderful community that was starting to blossom. So I went to First Fridays just as a patron, enjoying it. And then it's a wonderful community for artists. So if you're an artist in any way, if you like to create, there are plenty of opportunities. And so I just started getting involved in hosting parties, hosting events, and just like sharing my own art. And then I eventually wound up being director of communications in 2020. And so that was a very fun time to kind of start a new position.
Right. Where'd you come from?
I was a public school teacher.
Really?
Yeah. So that's my first career.
Okay.
And so just with the success that BFF has had, that I've been able to step into this new role and serve in the arts community, which has been really fun.
Yeah. That's awesome, man.
Yeah.
Do you do any fundraising, or do you leave that to the
It's all hands on deck when it comes to fundraising.
That's fair.
So I think we're hustlers. We're out here. We're trying our best to work with foundations, work with donors, work with people who kind of like to see what it is that we're doing.
Yeah.
And everyone is welcome to get involved. We have plenty of opportunities that I'd be happy to talk about for people to just get involved with BFF.
Have you seen a challenge with the arts getting funded?
Yes, absolutely. I think arts is definitely the one thing that is first to go when it comes to
Sure.
funding. It's kind of seen as a
Yeah.
luxury. I think the arts has proven to, like we said, really bring people together, give people, it's the point of living for
Right.
many is that creative expression. But I think Omaha has a really vibrant and supportive arts community,
Mm.
and I think that we're doing things here based upon just what the public wants. The public likes the arts here, and they're coming out, they're supporting, they're doing what they
Mhm.
can to keep the arts community going.
Have you seen, well, let me ask, did you imagine yourself working for a nonprofit? Was that ever a
I think
dream of yours?
as a public school teacher, I kind of always had the
Oh,
nonprofit mindset.
yeah, sure.
I enjoy the nonprofit world because we get to be mission driven and we get
Yeah,
to really focus on what gives us passion and just being able to see that in others and help bring that in others really just leads to fulfilling work.
yeah,
Hopefully the more work that we do, the we can continue to just court funders and foundations that really like to see the work that we're doing.
yeah. Tell me more about being a communications director, if you
Yeah.
may, in nonprofit land. What's that role like?
I think my job is really fun because I get to do the social media for BFF,
Yeah.
which is BFF really, it started as just a group of people, like I said, who decided to throw an event, and they started by just having an Instagram account.
Uh-huh.
And so through this Instagram account, being able to build this community of just connected individuals.
Mm.
And so just being able to kind of see and interact with everyone in the digital realm, which is kind of where I like to operate, has been really fun. Just we have fans from over the world who just like follow our Instagram account just based upon like the funny things that we've done in the past.
Yep.
We've definitely we've grown up a lot in the past 12 years,
Sure.
but just really keeping that grassroots DIY energy has always been important to us.
Yeah. And why is communication so important for nonprofits? Because that's really
I think it's just getting the message,
critical.
getting the message out, letting people know what we're doing.
Yeah.
Because we're always doing something. Like we have classes. We're doing youth classes at Trudy's, which is our shared artist space, and so that's one thing that I just was promoting today. So having to make sure to get on and making sure that people know that we provide these opportunities and that they're free and that they're open to the community. Just got to keep pushing that message out there.
Yeah. What would you say is like a challenge you guys have had in the last couple of years, just growing and?
It's a really good question. We take all our challenges head on, so it's really hard to kind of focus on any one particular challenge.
Yeah. Is there anyone that stick out or?
I think I've just been really proud of just the resiliency that we've had to kind of just keep growing. During the pandemic, our organization grew in size. We didn't decrease the numbers, so we've
Good for you.
Yeah, we've been on. We've had a really good trajectory. We've been really doing our homework, making sure that are we living up to our mission, our expectations for ourselves and each other, and it's been systems go.
Yeah.
Yeah, which has been
It's a lot of work, huh?
Yeah, it's a lot of work.
It's a lot of work. How many hats do you wear? Like 6 or?
Well, I'm wearing
7
one
or-
right now, but
Hypothetical hats.
hypothetical hats.
7.
No, lots of different hats because
Yeah.
aside from just doing like communications work, I also do a lot of creative work within the organization. So that's hosting shows, casting shows. We have First Friday Pride coming up, so I'm the committee chair for that. So having to reach out to all our performers, making
Sure.
sure that we have the stage set up correct and that we're communicating all those event aspects. So
Yeah.
especially if you're a nonprofit, I feel like you have to do your day job, which is like a communication director, but then also
Yep.
I am out here hustling in these streets, making sure like, okay, are our performers on time? Are they ready for the event? Just the
Yeah.
event work.
What do you love about your job?
I love the freedom that it gives me. BFF is it's artist driven, so
Yeah.
just getting to work with other artists who just kind of trust my vision and trust for me to execute on things in the way that I do. Yeah, it's been very fulfilling to kind of be able to put all myself into my job and just
Yeah.
kind of see how it's gone out.
It's very kind of entrepreneurial, I feel like, in a lot of ways, right? I mean,
Yeah, no, definitely. I do feel like an entrepreneur every day.
yeah.
Just really getting to understand what it means to like have a mission and to live it day in and day out in
Yep.
your work has been exciting.
Yeah. What do you think? I want to live here for a second. What do you think? How do you think the arts affect tangible spaces in society? You know what I mean? Like,
Mhm.
because I think sometimes when people think art, they just think very like, oh, it's creative,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
fun, but I think the arts affect society in a lot of tangible ways too,
Yeah.
especially kids and creative and entrepreneurs. How would you say that?
Well, I would say just first thing that comes to mind is public art. One thing we've really done with BFF is to just bring a lot of public art to
Yeah.
the Benson Creative District. And just even, I mentioned the Benson Creative District, we were the first in Omaha to be designated a creative district.
Okay.
So through that,
Wow.
we're able to do more public art and just really bring that creative spirit out into the physical form of Benson. And
Yeah.
how can we do beautification? How can we, do these infrastructure plans, but also make them creative and look
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
Because we hear all the time about how much people love to see the public art. They want more of it,
Mm.
and so just our mission is just to how can we keep making more. Like, if anyone has a empty wall they need a mural on, let us know. That's one
Yeah.
thing that we really like to do.
Yeah, and that affects obviously the spaces in society, right?
Mhm.
How does art and the creativeness help like kids and families, or
Um,
maybe
I
kids and leaders?
I think just that ability to connect.
Do you work with kids in art too?
Uh,
I'm assuming.
yeah, I just in my past from being a teacher working with kids, but
Sure.
also through our youth programming at,
Okay.
like I said, our shared artist space Trudy's.
Yeah.
We have our youth programming there, so I don't get to work with kids directly, but in this position. But I've definitely seen how it's just a bridge of communication.
Mm.
So a student may not be able to, articulate what it is they're feeling, but they definitely can create a picture that expresses that. And I've seen how that's been definitely transformative for youths in regards to how they relate to each other, how they relate to their parents. So yeah, it's been really exciting to see.
You were a teacher before.
Yeah, yeah.
So, how have you seen the kids that maybe draw outside the lines of the formal education models thrive? Because I do feel like a lot of kids that struggle in school, I've seen at times grow to be leaders and creative and entrepreneurial and starters. Not all of them, but I've seen a lot of them. Tell me about more of that correlation that you've seen with kids that maybe are a little outside the lines.
Yeah, definitely those kids that that
I might have been one of those
Oh yeah,
kids.
no, yeah.
Struggled in school, C minus,
I think definitely it's been really exciting to see how you just never give up on those kids. Always provide them with more opportunities.
Yeah.
Because I think that's one thing that I've learned is, especially when you have these students who march to the beat of their own drum. One thing they're worried about is just they still want approval. They still want to be seen as an equal. They still they may not realize that's what they're seeking.
Yeah.
But I've always seen the arts as just, again, that bridge to just because art's everything. Everything is creative.
Yeah.
It's it could be, for some students, it's skateboarding. Like that's their way that they express their creativity, because then that connects them to a culture of creativity. So I definitely think that the arts are for everyone, and the more art spending we have, the more that we can provide these opportunities for students to make those connections to things that they may not get connected to.
Yeah, I mean, it's so, because I was that kid that like loved to build stuff and I hated classrooms and like it was fine, but like those kids that love to draw outside the line, like it's hard for them sometimes to find spaces to thrive, and I feel like that's something you guys do for a lot of different types.
Yeah, I think we do that for adults even.
And adults too,
And
yeah,
I think
for sure.
I think that idea of just the individual marching to the beat of their own drum, like that's everyone. We all feel that that desire, that urge, and I think we believe in our artists. We are artist driven. So if anyone comes to us with an idea, we're like, let's go. Because you can definitely see when someone has the passion and the ability to follow through and what their vision is. And I think that's what we like to do, is how can we help people get to that end goal. So if someone comes to us with this idea for a public piece of art, our job is to you figure out how do we do that now.
Sure. Do you have to work with the city a lot, I'm assuming, because you're doing stuff on walls all over the place?
The more, now that we're the creative district, we're going to be working with the city even more. So like we work with the city to do like street closures and things like that. But now that we are going to be looking at infrastructure, we definitely will need to be in contact with the city.
Yeah. That's awesome, man. Tell me more about your role specifically. So you've worked in nonprofit for a while.
Mm.
What have been some landmines maybe that you have stepped on that you're like, man, this is for our other nonprofit leaders
Yes.
out there. So people watch it, people who are running nonprofits are watching this too. So it's like, what would you tell them not to do maybe as they're starting a nonprofit or trying to build one?
Oh, I think it's hard to say what not to do. I can tell you what to do.
Okay.
Like one thing that I've really kind of seen has been just pivotal to success has been just gratitude and just kind of just showing that gratitude for, everyone that you encounter, everyone that you would work with. I credit to just my executive director, Alex Jocham. He's great at that act of gratitude of, sending just a thank you card to someone because they helped us out on a project. And I think that's something that I've seen, and I've definitely, the more that I interact with people, the more that I want to practice that gratitude because I just, we're really appreciative of people who like support our programs, who come out to our events, who like the work that we're doing because, we're very grassroots and we're just out here trying our best.
Yeah. I know you have more, but I love what you just said because, and especially if you do support nonprofits, thank you. We say thank you. If you run a nonprofit, that's so critical. I was working with a group the other day and they were like, what do we say to them? And I was like, just say thank you. Just say thank you. And it was like a light bulb that like went off in their head where it was like a revelation of this new concept. And I was like, just say thank you. I feel like half of fundraising is just saying thank you.
Yeah, no, definitely.
And so that's a great point. What other ones you got for me?
Oh,
good gold nugget. What else you got?
Oh gosh, I had one and then
sorry, I cut you off. I cut the flow off.
No, you're good. Again, I think just having that belief in each other and the people that you surround yourself with. We're BFF and like you said, best friends forever. And so I've really come to appreciate the people that I work with, and I just really have grown to respect them. And I think that when you have that in your work environment, that is what is successful. Because if there is any, that tension or just that like a lack of trust in with who you're working with closely for these, these projects and towards your mission, you may not be as successful. I'm not sure.
What's it like working on a grassroots team? And you guys have been, the two founders, right? You guys have been in this thing together for a long time. I would imagine you guys really, like you just said, trust each other.
So like
our deep level.
Well, our staff, Alex Jocham is the co-founder, and he's still present. The other co-founder is no longer with the organization. And then Annie Butler is the director of the Benson Creative District. So, and then there's me. So we're the three full-time directors. And that's just been great. I love going to work, and we work at Pet Shop, which is our gallery space and also our headquarters. And so we work in a garage, just like all amazing DIY startups. And so it's just been really fun, just getting to work closely with people that I consider friends. And, some nights we're there till midnight working on something because, the next day there's an event and we have to make sure that we're prepped correctly. Or we're working, our music festival is coming up, August 17th is Pet Fest. And that's our all-day music fundraiser. So we'll have like 20 plus bands on 2 stages.
Fun.
And so that's one of the big events that is like a marathon. And I've been really happy to work alongside people that I'm like, okay, let's go on this marathon together. I'm gonna be here all day and night. We're gonna make sure all these bands get on the stage and they do their thing. And so that's just been really rewarding. So I'm happy to be able to do that work.
I bet.
Yeah.
What about fundraising? Do you have any tips for us for fundraising? Any lessons or landmines to avoid?
Oh, lessons or I think fundraising, never give up, never surrender.
Amen.
Yeah.
Keep going.
Keep going. And I think one thing we've always just been creative with just our fundraisers. In the past, we've hosted parties. We did a reality show one year where we we had drag queens and then the staff. Drag queens made over the staff, and we had a reality competition, and we like recorded a web series.
Sure.
And so, it was just a way to kind of show people that like, although look what we're willing to do to get your attention, the work that we want to put into what it is that we're doing. And why not have fun with it? Last year we did the Benson All-Star Rumble fundraiser, which was our big bar crawl in Benson, and we got everyone to come out and like have teams.
That's fun.
And so, we always try to have fun with it.
I don't think I've ever met someone that did a bar crawl fundraiser. Need to hang out with you guys more.
Yeah, you should come on to Benson anytime. Yeah, it was a blast. Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds super fun. That's awesome, man. So tell us some more about what BFF is doing. What's going on? What can we get involved with? What's a event? I guess there's some events coming up here.
Oh, we have a lot of events. So you ready? Here we go.
All right, I'm ready.
Our first event coming up is May 1st Friday, so it's going to be May 3rd.
Okay.
And so this will be our first of our summer artist markets. So we close down Military Maple, 62nd and Maple for our artist markets. So those will be active. We'll have 75 plus vendors.
Wow.
We'll also, for May 1st Friday, we'll have Pull Up and Vibe with the Omaha Mobile Stage.
Okay.
So that's an open mic experience that'll be happening in our artist market.
Okay.
We'll also have the Sound Spark, which is an experimental sound exhibition going on throughout the neighborhood.
Okay.
So there'll be different spots of different UNO students just creating sound art.
Okay.
And so like some of it is someone has a car that if you press on the keyboard, it'll rev the engine and do fun things like that. And so that's May. And then our next First Friday will be June First Friday Pride. It's where we're going to have Judy Jam or On the Street Drag Show. And then we'll have just different activations throughout the neighborhood. And then again, First Fridays every month. So every single month, we recommend everyone come out to the Benson Creative District to kind of check out what's going on. And then the other big one that I do want to mention again, the New American Arts Festival is August 2nd. That's where we celebrate immigrant, migrant, and refugee artists. And so we try to just bring in a lot of artists and just give them the opportunity to be featured. And so it's just great. You have people who, in their home countries had all these opportunities to present their art. And we're making sure that, now that you're here, we're going to make sure that you can continue to share your art with the community. And then for all of these, I will mention we're always looking for sponsors and just for people who want to keep, support our mission. And 51% of everything we do goes to artists. We kind of say 51% of our budget is artists own 51% of our company. We like to say, because we do our best to pass the buck on directly to our artists so that they're getting theirs.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then finally, our last big event, a big fundraiser, is August 17th, which is the Pet Fest Music Festival.
Okay.
It's been called the premier music festival of the upcoming sound in the region.
Okay.
So you'll find a lot of bands that might just be the next big thing. So it'd be a fun time to come check out.
Yeah, that's awesome, man.
Yeah.
You got a lot going on.
Got a lot going on.
There's only 3 full-time people.
Yeah, but like I said, we have a great part-time staff and a very dedicated volunteer crew to where it does make it easier, especially for like our big events. We get a good crew out there to help us.
Yeah, it sounds like it. Wow. Yeah. What if someone wants to donate to you right now? What kind of donations are you looking for?
Cash is king, we'll say. But I think we love in kind, so we're creative. We like to whatever people are willing to offer, it's always, willing to work with. One big project we're working on now is paving our back lot and working on accessibility measures.
Okay.
Because our back lot is just a gravel lot, so it's not very kind to people.
Sure.
Our current building, Pet Shop, could use some accessibility improvements.
Okay.
Like I was mentioning, our Pet Shop is called Pet Shop because it was a pet shop at one time. And so it's just 3 garage bays that we've converted into gallery space and artist studios. And so that's one of the things, like, if there was ever anyone like, what type of building would you want? Like, we like what we've made here, but we just need it because it's not accessible. Like, people can't get to, there's stairs everywhere, the bathrooms are small. And so that's definitely something that, like, as we continue to grow, we want to make sure that we're, including everyone in what we do.
What kind of, you said sponsorships earlier. What kind of corporate sponsors do you look for? Do you partner with typically?
Well, our First Friday sponsors for this year are Mutual of Omaha and Ted and Wally's.
Okay.
And our friend of BFF business members is a diverse group of businesses, many of them Benson-based, but
Hardee's?
No, Hardy is not one.
No?
But they could be.
That'd be a phone.
I'm blanking on my list of all my partners. Benson Brewery is one. They've been dedicated. Long-standing fan.
Sure.
Bensonville Apartments, Builder Trend is another one of our friend of BFF business members.
Okay.
Omaha Steaks, Omaha Roller Derby. I'm listing them all.
I love it. There you go.
But we keep adding more and more each month.
I love it.
But the best way would to find out who all our friends are, you can visit bffomaha.org/friend.
Awesome.
And there you can sign up to become a friend of BFF as a business or as a general member.
Okay.
And when you are a member of BFF, you get access to perks every first Friday.
Okay.
So if you come out to Benson on First Friday and you're a friend of BFF, you get free ice cream at 10 Wally's, you get $1 off drinks places, you get BOGO deals.
All right. Can I be a friend then?
Yeah, you can be a friend. Yeah,
All right,
I'll send you the link.
I'll be a friend. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
But yeah, there's, you know, I think we're just really eager to keep doing our work in the community. So if anyone likes the work that we're doing, just drop us a line. Let us know how we can partner.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, JP, thank you so much for being on the show, man. Thank
Yes.
you for doing what you're doing for the community, for artists and creatives, and just keep doing what you're doing.
I plan on keeping doing that.
Yeah, keep doing it, man. Well, guys, man, connect with
BFFomaha.org.
BFFomaha.org. Make sure that you guys connect with them, what they're doing. If you're looking for to become a vendor, become a donor, volunteer, sound like you can volunteer with what they're doing, head to the website, connect with JP, and be a part of this incredible cause. Again, thank you for tuning in to the Equip Show, and we're going to have our next guest coming up here very soon.